it comes to atheism and theism, believing in God or not, I've heard arguments from those who are empiricists, who criticize religious faith or any kind of theism by saying that, well, you just put God in there, you just have what they call the God of the gaps. Whenever you get to something you don't understand, you just say God did it. So if you get to, look back at history and see ancient people, well, God did everything. God and angels, and they may even get a little snarky and put in things, fairies and unicorns and things, and there were magical things, and fairies pushed up the flowers, and the gods were, Zeus and Jupiter, whatever Roman or Greek gods you may be talking about, or whatever, they, threw the lightning bolts down, and so there you have the gods of lightning, and everything was explained by a god. They didn't understand it, so therefore God of the gaps. However, what's interesting is when these people are atheists and they talk about how you're not allowed to use a name, in this case God, for something you don't understand, condescendingly call it the God of the gaps. However, these people, same people, will talk about science, which understandably so. I'm a professional teacher, I'm a professional educator, so I value the scientific method, and I value methods of epistemology and philosophy, how you know anything. However, science recognizes the ignorance of a lot of things. The origin of consciousness, the origin of the universe, even right now, just what exists in the universe, what is most of the matter of the universe, and energy. They call it dark matter, dark energy. Well, dark doesn't mean it's dark shadow. It means dark, mysterious. It's science of the gaps, if you will. So they're allowed to do that, which is fine. I say I have no problem with that. But the problem is their contradiction is that they say that those who believe in God and theism of whatever religious faith, worldview, they can't say therefore God. God is the ultimate. So you get to arguments from even the 13th century Christian philosophers. You get, whether it be Augustine or St. Augustine, or there's a number of them, even down to Occam's razor. God, I can't remember his name. Occam's razor, sorry. Occam's razor. But, if I say, yeah, God created, the cell structure or the DNA, and God is the originator, what they would call the first cause, or the original mover, or the original lawgiver that gave all laws of the universe. They say, no, you can't do that. That's God of the gaps. You're just, you're just smuggling God in there. Now that we know a lot of science, we no longer say God and the fairies and angels pushed up the flowers and threw down the lightning. We have scientific reasons for everything. So just say that science will figure it out someday. But as people like John Lennox have argued, and even Dr. Peterson at times, Jordan Peterson, they're basically saying, though, that there is a legitimate argument for saying there is a primal mover, and it's not just saying God of the gaps, but it's recognizing that there are mysteries out there, and that sometimes the best explanation is that God is a creator, and there are things that we just don't understand, and that we are basically using faith. Most common people, honestly, let's be honest, we haven't proven the science behind most of the laws and theories of science, but we just have faith in the scientists. We have faith in the philosophers of our modern day and we call that good. But if you have any kind of faith in a theism or religion, that's criticized. Again, I usually take more of an agnostic approach. I don't know. I don't claim to know anything. And I'm not claiming to know anything in this video as I have any of my videos. But it's just a double standard that I see there, a contradiction. And I think it's problematic. But that's my 2 cents for the day.